Capital and financial account, unlike current account, is not that complex. Okay, but it can be potentially more complex, okay, if your school choose to play around with the sign. Okay, so capital and financial account, we are concerned about the concept of capital or monies. The additional concept that you want to be concerned about, the concept of time period. So in the short run, okay, one of the sub accounts that is normally related to capital and financial account is what we call hot monies. Okay, so as the term suggests, hot monies, okay, they are speculative capital. Okay, they are always looking out for assets with higher returns. So the idea of hot money is they never stay in a place long. Okay, they will always go to a place that provides a higher return. Okay, so the whole idea of interest rate, okay, aside of cost of borrowing, is the rate of returns, okay, on your domestic assets. Okay, let's say, okay, if you were to deposit, okay, into Sing dollar assets, okay, if you were to put money into a Singapore bank on your for deposits, they'll give you, okay, it'll give you interest in returns, right? Okay, so you can see that if interest rate goes up, okay, it means that the returns on your Sing dollar assets, okay, your Sing dollar deposits will be higher. Okay, and foreign speculators, okay, they are likely to, okay, they're likely to invest their hot monies, okay, into Singapore, okay, Sing dollar, okay, in view of higher returns. Likewise, if interest rate is relatively lower, okay, there will be a hot money outflow. Okay, so always look out for the concept of rate of return, okay, on your domestic assets. Okay, if the relative returns is relatively higher, there will be an inflow. Okay, likewise, if relative returns for domestic assets is lower, outflow. Okay, hot doesn't stay long. Right, the next one is fairly important as well. It's what we call long-term capital. So the key differentiation between these 2 points, other than time period, okay, is also the level of commitment. Okay, we see that for short-term capital, they're not very committed, right? It's just like a relationship, right? So if you are if you are initial dating, okay, short-term capital is like an open date, meaning to say that you can date anyone. Agreed? Okay, without. Okay, so long-term capital is like being married. Okay, so in this case, okay, we can see that when foreign capital comes in, okay, for the long time period, okay, they will invest in domestic assets. Okay, they will buy local factories, they will buy local businesses. Okay, they will take long-term ownership, okay, and a huge stake in domestic businesses. That's why I consider them long-term and committed. Okay, so when there's an inflow of capital, especially long-term capital, okay, this is what we call, okay, inflow of capital. Likewise, okay, domestic firms or domestic country can also invest in overseas. If we acquire foreign assets, okay, it means that there is an outflow of your capital. Okay, so this is a capital outflow. So we are looking at the net between both. All right, so okay, how much capital is coming in to acquire domestic assets, and how much capital is flowing out to acquire foreign assets. Okay, so in a nutshell, how do we want to differentiate short run and long run? Okay, time period and the level of commitment. Okay, remember, hot money is never committed. Okay, anytime there is someone more attractive, then, okay, sayonara. Okay, I'll break up with you. I'll go for another date. Okay, long-term capital cannot happen. Okay, long-term capital will be stuck in a marriage. Okay, so I hope this is a good example.